hello, I turned off the music. Sorry. Well, the music shouldn't be here anyway. That's fine. That's fine. A minor hiccup. We're live again this week, or like last week. We are live. Streaming, of course, both on Twitch and YouTube, which is just what we do here nowadays on Please Don't Live Stream. Welcome, everybody, if anyone's watching, to episode 2 of season 3 of Please Don't Live Stream. This episode we're doing a little bit of a callback to Halloween, because we're gonna talk about scary scenes in otherwise not really that scary movies, which is kind of a spin on one of my lists I made last October, where I did top 10 scary movies that aren't horror movies. And I kind of got the idea when I saw a thing on Twitter. I'll explain it later because I got that in my list. So what we're going to do, it's only going to be me and Christopher this time. I'm going to introduce him in just a second. Hold on. We're going to do our top 3 scariest scenes, or scary scenes, in otherwise not really scary movies. But, yeah. We say hello to Christopher. Pretty sure we can hear you, right?
Hello.
Yes, we can. Good. Ooh, I almost turned off your sound there, but we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, it's just gonna be us today. But I get to use my green screen. That was nice. Because Donnie is in Egypt for some reason. I don't know what he's doing there, and Gabi was feeling a bit under the weather. And unlike a real workplace, people can just call in sick. I don't care. It's fine. So it's just gonna be me and Christopher, and like we said, we're gonna share our 3 of our scariest scenes from not really scary movies. That's what we're gonna do. And of course, if you wanna share yours in the chat, be sure to do that. I might miss it because I'm not used to looking at the chat on 2 different streaming platforms at the same time, but that's fine. We'll deal with that. But yeah, I don't know where we need to start. Who should start? Do you want to start?
Yeah, I can start.
Yeah.
So we're working from the bottom up, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
As usual.
Yeah.
So my third one is, as I said before we started streaming, I don't know if you'll agree, and it's kind of a unexpected, but the ending of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
What? Wait, explain, please, because I honestly don't really remember, if I'm honest.
Well, at the end of the movie, spoiler alert.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one.
Okay.
Where they're looking for a football star turned murderer.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, they realize I think it's the police chief who is a woman. So he has been transitioned to a woman.
Oh yeah.
And then there's like this super outdrawn, really uncomfortable scene about how disgusting it is
to kiss a man. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of people have kissed her, and it's really uncomfortable to see, especially nowadays.
Oh, okay, you're thinking about it in that way, because I was going to say, hey,
Yeah.
Christopher, that's a little homophobic that you think that's creepy. It's okay to kiss guys.
No. It's the reaction that is.
Oh,
that
okay.
is
Yeah.
That it's like it's putting like a joke and like what do you say like everybody knows that it's disgusting in some way, and it's really uncomfortable to see nowadays.
Yeah.
That's my number 3.
Okay,
it's
well,
not scary in any way, but I feel icky watching that scene.
Yeah, well, yeah. Originally, it was uncomfortable scenes. For me, it kind of morphed into scary / uncomfortable scenes. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Should we show like a little clip of it? Because I think I have it pulled up here.
Yeah, if you can find it, sure.
I think so. Give me a second. Oh. Should just have to do this, right? I think this is the part. Let's see if I can see it here. There.
She's not Lois Einhorn. She's Ray Finkel. She's a man.
I think this is the right part.
Shut up! Let's just see who's lying, shall we? Would a real woman have to wear one of these? Boy, that's really on there. But tell me this. Would a real woman be missing these?
I think you could put up the audio a little
That
more on
kind
the
of
clip.
surgery can be done over the weekend. But I doubt very much if he could find the time during his busy schedule to get rid of big old Mr. Kanish.
Maybe not.
I couldn't turn up anymore.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Is it low?
I think it might be
Where?
my side.
Would you excuse me for just 1 second?
Unfortunately, I don't think this clip has... Oh, maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, my esteemed colleague, Mr. Marino, has just brought some new evidence to my attention. Now,
Oh,
history
no.
has certainly shown
This clip doesn't
that
have the
even
actual
most intuitive
stuff.
No.
Oh, well.
investigator-
Screw it then.
Yeah.
Um,
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, because everyone starts, like, spitting and, like, puking. Just 'cause,
Yeah.
oh, they kissed a dude. Which, I mean, if it's not your preference, that's one thing. But, yeah, they're really making a mockery out of it. It's, yeah, I guess it's a little uncomfortable. I gotta say, though, I still laugh when I see this.
But it's also it's not just the homophobia. It's also the like the transphobia.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
I think the transphobia is worse than the homophobia. But still, one scene with both of those things in a comedy movie played for laughs. It's no.
It shows how far we have come since 1994.
Yeah,
Yeah.
completely. So your turn. You're number 3 then.
All right. Well, then this one I actually have queued up. So, but I'm gonna explain. This is an old childhood favorite. So, I wouldn't say the clip is super like uncomfortable and scary to me now, but it's a scene that I still remember being like really like yeah, feeling very uncomfortable and scared of when I saw it as a little kid. It's from E.T. From 1982, and it's a scene when the government people are invading Elliot's house right after they found out that E.T. is sick. It's just something about how they move like I don't know. It's something about how they move in that scene. It's really
Yeah, I remember that as a kid because it's also it's really framed great from a kid's perspective.
exactly, yeah.
How scary everything is from a kid that doesn't really understand anything.
Yeah, it's just people in spacesuits, but it looks like monsters or robots or something. So I think I got it queued up pretty good here. Let's see.
That's terrific.
Oh, wait. They screwed me. Here we go. Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that just really creeped me out as a kid. And I mean, there's several scenes that creep me out in E.T., but that one is specifically or especially is just really creepy. Mostly everything with the government people in that movie is really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just that feeling of these things coming into your house, and it's in such an at such a young age. because I've seen a bunch of like home invasion movies now, but that was like the first time I saw something
Yeah.
like that in a movie. Really, yeah. Like I said, it's not too bad now. Watching it now as a 29-year-old person, it's like, it's not too bad. But then I think
Yeah,
about
but-
how I saw it when I was like 5. It's like, ugh, it's gross. And Spielberg is really good at like putting like really creepy things into otherwise pretty like not fun but like uplifting movies. He has a
Like-
similar scene in Close Encounters of the Third Kind when they kidnap Barry. It's basically the same scene,
right.
but you never see the
Yeah.
aliens. I could have put that on my list as well.
Yeah, that's true.
But this one is a little scary because there's actually like things coming into the house. So
Yeah, and as I said with the framing and it really captures the powerlessness.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and the fact that they all instead of just people, they all wear spacesuits on Earth, which is just weird. And that also put down the mirror visor, which makes them faceless, which makes it even creepier because it's a faceless creature. So yeah, that upset me as a child. So I thought I should include it as the third one because it's not really scary now.
Yeah.
So your second.
My second one, it was really hard to choose one scene from this movie. I would say the whole movie
Yeah, I have that too.
works. You can almost pick any scene at random in this movie and it will work in this list. The movie's Compliance.
Oh yes, I had that on my list as well.
Yeah, but if I have to say one scene, I would say the first strip search scene.
Yeah.
I would say because that is like the pivotal moment when the movie goes too far. Or really, not the movie goes too far. The action of the antagonist goes too far.
Yeah. I remember seeing that. It's kind of like not funny. It's comedic in a way, darkly comedic, up until that point. Then it just becomes that movie
Yeah.
becomes very very uncomfortable.
Yeah, very serious in.
Yeah. You because at least me, I had this constant like smirk because it was weird and it was kind of creepy, but it's also kind of funny because that's how the girl reacts.
Yeah.
But as soon as that scene happens, it's like, oh no, this is not funny.
Yeah, and,
This is
and,
just
and also
creepy.
it comes from nowhere really. It picks up goes up a notch. So yeah, for people who haven't seen the movie, maybe I should explain.
Oh yeah,
what
yeah.
the
Go
movie's
ahead.
About.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the movie it's loosely based on a real event, I think.
Yeah, I guess it's
Where-
like based on it's an amalgamation of several fucked
yeah.
up events.
But it's about it's McDonald's, but they don't say McDonald's in the movie.
Yeah,
It's
it's
copyright, but it's a McDonald's.
Yeah.
And someone calls the manager, and tells her that one of her employees that works there is suspected for I think robbery or something like
Yeah,
that.
they've stolen,
Stealing
like,
from the
jewelry
cash
or something?
registry. Yeah, I don't know. Some kind of theft.
Yeah.
At least, and tells the manager that I'm a police officer and you need to put her in a safe place, like in the conference room or whatever, or something like that. In the movie, they say they do the storage room, just so keep her there until I and the police can come there and get her. And then the voice on the phone keeps demanding things like take her phone because maybe there's evidence on it, and
Yeah.
take her clothes because maybe there's the diamonds or whatever it is she's stolen is on there, and she may be trying to get rid of it, and it keeps going further and further and pushing the boundaries of these innocent people that work there, just under the guise of the police said that this is okay, and it goes way overboard, with like she's sitting naked with no real power at all, and then at the end, spoiler alert, at the end they realize it's not a cop, it's just a troll having fun on the phone.
Yeah, and it gets like consistently more like depraved.
Yeah. It's like because the person on the phone, he gets this how far can I go? When will they stop? And
Yeah.
they won't, and they don't stop, and that's, I mean,
Yeah, just because he says he's a police officer, they
Yeah.
they don't ask for any proof. He does this over the phone. It's
Mhm.
it's a really creepy movie. It's a really good
Yeah.
one. So if you like,
It's great, but I don't think I will ever. I just scrolled through it now before the stream just to find a good scene,
mm,
and I felt I almost regret doing that because I really don't want to see that movie again, even though
no,
it's great.
no,
It's a great movie and everyone should see it, but
it's one
I've
of
never
those
seen.
movies you watch once and you're pretty. It's great, but I don't want to watch it again.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
It's
Requiem for a
it,
Dream.
yeah, exactly. It's like a review I read about the game This War of Mine.
Yeah,
I don't know if you played it.
I haven't played it, but I know of it.
Yeah, but there was a Steam review of it with does every person with a beating heart need to play this game? Yes. Is it a fun game? No.
Mm,
It's the same with this movie.
yeah, I found we can watch like a minute of it because it's pretty long.
Yeah,
The
but
entire movie. But I found the scene where they actually make her.
but you know it's nudity in that scene, right?
Yeah, no, I found a scene where they just strip her down to her underwear. So I'll just play a little
Okay.
bit of it so people can see it.
Yeah, okay.
How that has anything to do with this at all. This is so stupid.
Hello, officer. We're back.
Great. You're really helping us out here, Sandra. I was just telling Robert how lucky we all are you're there. You're almost like a real cop.
Ha! Well, I'm just trying to do my job.
Well, you're doing perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to have her stripped down now. Look through everything.
Okay. He says it's time to... Let's just try to... The faster you do it, honey, the faster we're finished. Come on. Okay. All right. Your shoes, huh?
Yeah, we'll stop there, and then it goes on from there, as you can
Yeah.
understand.
But you can really feel the uncomfortableness in that
Yeah.
in just that the few seconds we watched.
Yeah, and the good thing is that they build it up because that doesn't happen until like half an hour into the movie.
No, I think so. And it is short movie too. I think. I think it's really
like
short.
Hour and 20, hour and 30 maybe.
Yeah, yeah. It's less than 90 minutes. I know that.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I watched it and it was over and I watched. This felt so long. I was like, oh my god, it's so short movie. But
Yeah.
just because it's so uncomfortable, it's so heavy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They use the first 30 minutes to establish the characters, and then after like, I don't know, after like 15, 20 minutes, the cop calls, and
Yeah.
he builds that trust, and the first couple things he asks they're pretty harmless. They're still like very invasive, but they're harmless compared to that. And then
Yeah,
that
example-
scene comes, and it just switches completely.
Yeah, example is like take her phone because she will call
Yeah,
someone.
yeah.
That's still invasive, but it's a reasonable request, I say.
Yeah, from a cop.
Yeah, from a cop. If it's a cop, yeah, of course. But I think it was based on an actual one specific event.
Okay.
That it didn't go that far, but it went further than it should have.
Okay.
I think it went like strip search far, but I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not certain, but I think so.
Yeah, I don't. It's been like 4 years since I saw it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that like we said, very good movie. Watch it once.
Yeah.
So my second scene, I think, is I'm kind of on the fence. I think that is this one. It's actually. It's kind of like with compliance. It's not just one scene. It's several scenes. There's a couple of scenes in particular, kind of similar to this one actually. But you know, I couldn't pick one scene, so I just got the trailer. It's the movie Unsane that came out last year. I don't know if you've heard about it.
No, I haven't heard it at all.
It's the Steven Soderbergh movie, which was completely shot on a Steven Soderbergh.
That guy.
Yeah, and of course
he's such a hit and miss director. I don't know.
I guess I like his stuff.
I don't know what I think about it, because I mean, he made a few good movies, but he made so much shit.
I think the last few years he's done a lot of good movies. I liked I liked Magic Mike, but that was a few years ago. I didn't see the. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's actually a good movie.
Yeah,
It's a fine movie. It's a fine movie.
Yeah.
I didn't see the second one though, because of what I heard, that it's just like, well, that's just the striptease part of Magic Mike. So I said, I'll skip that. It's not really my scene. But then he did what was it called? Lucky. What was that heist movie? No. What was it called? Lucky or whatever. He made like a Ocean's 11, but with a bunch of hicks. What was it called?
Okay.
Lucky Logan. Logan Lucky.
Oh, Logan Lucky. I haven't seen it.
Oh, that was pretty good. And
I think that's also my problem with him, Steven Soderbergh. That every time someone say he made this movie, I was like, really? He did? Because he doesn't have like a style. You can't see a movie and see, yeah, it's a Steven Soderbergh movie.
No, not really.
You never know what you're gonna get.
No, and and he tests out different stuff. And with Unsane, he chose to film the entire thing on an iPhone.
Oh, okay.
Which is like, it doesn't add anything to the movie, but you know, still a good movie. And it's a very, very uncomfortable movie. Also about like losing, being like, them taking control from you, because it's about a woman being involuntarily put in a insane asylum.
Okay.
I'll just we can roll the trailer for a second. And it's the first scene that really starts getting really creepy is the same scene we have here. She's put in a room, they tell her to strip down, and she's like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to leave. And the door's locked. And it just gets icky from there. Let's see.
Right, he did that one. I'm looking through his IMDb page.
Oh, okay.
Your life slips away from you, you know? Changing your phone number and your email becomes normal. Taking out a restraining order, normal. Relocating to another city, normal.
But you still see your stalker everywhere?
Rationally, I know this is my imagination, but I'm alone in a strange city, and I never feel safe.
There's some more forms you need to fill out. It's just routine.
I finished my homework.
Sawyer Valentini, please follow me.
Well, look, I don't have a lot of time. I should be back at work, so...
This is part
What am
of
I doing in here?
Here.
Take off your clothes down to your underwear. I'm not sure what's happening here. The door's locked.
It would be better for everyone, especially yourself, if you just do as I ask.
There's been some kind of mistake.
By signing this, you've consented to voluntary commitment.
I am being held here against my will.
Do you know how many calls the cops get like that every week?
Those are from crazy people.
Oh my god. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, about movies take place in insane asylums. It's always like, but I'm a sane person. But no, you're not. You're just saying that because you're crazy, and the person can't prove that they're sane. And it's just this it becomes really like this desperate like plea for help. Like, please let me out. And the more they try to prove that they're sane, the more insane they look.
Yeah, it's like you probably didn't see it because you don't watch TV series, but American Horror Story Season 2, Asylum.
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
I like American Horror Story. I've seen most of the seasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because that Asylum, that is really.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's really creepy. Like, to me, and it should be to everyone, but just this, like, someone taking away your, I don't know, sovereignty, if you can say that. It's just like, ugh. taking away your freedom, basically. But in a...
But do you recommend the movie?
Oh, yeah, it was good.
Oh, okay.
The whole gimmick with him filming it on an iPhone, it doesn't really add anything, because you don't really notice it. Sure, the picture isn't perfect, but it's never like... It doesn't add anything to the movie that it's shot on an iPhone. It's just done that way.
No.
Like, probably because, he wanted to experiment, but then also probably because they could cut the budget that way. Because it didn't cost anything to film.
Oh, yeah, that's understandable.
They used an iPhone.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's it's not really a horror movie. But it has some really, really creepy scenes, and that's one of them, the one where she's forced to strip. He said that scene also starts with them. The first thing they do, they take away her phone. They take her purse, and then they take her phone and her keys, and it's just like, I kind of need those. Please don't take those, and then you just leave with the stuff. Really, really disturbing. That was kind of, that was the last scene I found, but it's not the scene that made me want to do this episode. That's coming up. But anyway, your number one.
My number one?
Yes.
For the people who watched this show before, it's probably not a surprise.
Yeah, you said I was going to be able to guess it, but I didn't.
I mentioned this movie every time we talk about uncomfortable things. Irreversible.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're not going to show that clip.
No.
We're not going to show any clip from that. All right. Yeah.
No. But obviously, the rape scene in that movie, which is one of the most horrible things I've seen on the big screen.
It gets a little too real.
Yeah, it's like it is a rape scene, and I think it's like 5 minutes long or even more.
Something like that, 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, with no music, nothing, just the horribleness, and it's like in a tunnel, an outside tunnel too.
Yeah.
So it's just horrible in every way.
It's just one long scene, right? They don't even cut.
No. It's just the camera just moves slowly backwards in the tunnel for the entire time.
Yeah.
And it's also a movie I will never ever see again.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good movie though.
I don't know. I honestly, I haven't seen the whole movie.
Yeah.
Partly because of that. But from what I remember, it's good, but it's that kind of movie where people only remember the rape scene.
Yeah.
So it gets kind of a bad rap for that. It's still a good movie.
Yeah, I don't know if it is. I know it's a good concept because the movie it's called Irreversible or Irreversible, and they film it the same as Memento. So you see the last scene first, and then we go backwards and see how did we end up here. So I think the movie begins with a murder, and then we move on backwards and what events made us
get to the murder. Here. Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's a good movie. I don't really know, but I know it's a good concept, and I know that the movie is horrible in not in a filmmaking perspective, but from an emotional perspective.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number one. Obviously.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't really have much more to say about that one. It's just creepy.
Yeah.
And gross. And my last one is also it's not rape, but it involves it's of a sexual nature, but slightly different. It's I don't know what you want to call it. We should have put a spoiler warning at the beginning of this, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's from Gone Girl. It's the scene where she cuts not Barney Stinson's throat. What's his name?
I actually, just I haven't seen the movie.
Oh.
But it's fine because I've been spoiled. So it's
okay.
Spoil away. Yeah. I know everything, but I haven't seen it actually.
Yeah, it's the scene where Amy lures the Desi character, the Neil Patrick Harris, that's his name. Lures him into having sex with her, and at the moment he orgasms, she cuts his throat, and it's just I almost puked when I saw it in the theater. It's just this, because it's this like, I could picture it in my head like that ecstasy of an orgasm, and then at the same time just feeling your life getting like ripped away as your throat is being cut. It's just it's disgusting, and how they film it. It's gross. For me at least, I almost had to leave when I saw it in the theater. It was so fucked up.
I know of the scene, but I haven't heard anyone react as much as you have.
Well, you know, to each his own. But for me, that I'm gonna cue it up because the clip is a little longer. Let's remove most of the sex stuff for YouTube. Go from here.
Seems like a good plan.
Yes.
Only murder allowed here.
Yes, only blood and violence, no sex. You can't curse. No. But we can show this. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, there it is. All right, sorry. Yeah. Did it... That's it. It's yeah. In context, it's even worse.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and it just my first reaction when I saw it is like I said, I was like, oh no! It's just those two like emotions at the same time. It didn't work in my head. It's just like I gotta get out of here. So yeah, that scene is like, and I saw it on Twitter. This Wednesday when I told you about the what our theme was gonna be. They had the GIF from that scene when she just sits in the bed in all the blood. I was like, oh, that scene, and I was like, I got like PTSD from seeing the movie because I think I've only seen it once in the theater because that scene is so fucking gross. So that's what I said. I gotta share this. Let's make an episode out of it. But that's also that movie has a few creepy scenes, but that's the creepiest. Like that character, Amy Dunn, is just she crazy. She
well, yeah, I've gathered.
Yeah. So it's just a very, very uncomfortable scene, and the like the way she manipulates him to get to that point. That this is just the end. This is just the climax. Ha ha ha. But as how we get to that point in the movie is just yeah. So that's my.
Do you recommend that movie if you've been spoiled? Do you think it will work?
Maybe. I mean, if you appreciate a David Fincher movie for like the technical stuff, like the photography and the music and the editing, yes, because it's a very David Fincher-y movie. It's not gonna have the same impact.
But is it one of those movies that like live on the twist, so to speak? There are a few movies like that doesn't work if you know the twist, but there are movies that work. Like, for example, Sixth Sense. It works even though you know the twist.
Oh yeah. Well,
but it becomes better if you don't know it.
In that way, I think it could work. I think it could because there's still like after the twist happens, you're still like, how the fuck did they do this? Well, you kind of find out. Yeah. It could probably work. It will not be as effective, of course, but it could probably work.
All right.
So yeah, if you haven't seen that, now you got it spoiled. But
because I mean I was spoiled by that movie like super like a few weeks after it went to theaters.
Oh, okay.
I think I read something about it or something. So and that's why I never saw it, because I was like, yeah, I know the twist, so
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah. And that always sucks to get a movie spoiled for you.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you have, I don't know, it's like 2 hours long. If you have 2 hours to spare, yeah, give it a shot.
Yeah, but because I thought that maybe that I was living on the twist, and also Fincher is kind of slow.
Yes. This is a
So
pretty slow movie for the most part.
yeah, and his slow movies can be unbearable to me.
Okay.
And I think this movie could be that, if I don't have the suspense that what's gonna happen. I want to know what's happening.
Yeah.
If I know.
But you got the whole movie spoiled for you, like everything.
No, not everything, not every detail,
But
I mean
the end thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
okay.
like the ending of the movie, and like because what I gathered from at least the trailers and things, that a lot of the movie is centered around, did she do it? Is she evil or is she not? And stuff like that. That's what I gathered.
Yeah, or did he do it?
Yeah, exactly. Did he do it or she do it? Yeah, and I know that, so and I know I know a lot of details, but not everything. So I know for at least that she kills Desi in this way, but I don't really know who Desi is.
Oh, okay. Well, then
I like things like that. I know how the things ends, but not really the build up to it.
Then there might be enough stuff in there for you to experience. What was I gonna say? An advice would be then to watch it with someone that doesn't know the twist, to see their reaction. That could be fun.
Yeah, that usually works for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, this one got a little shorter. We were supposed to be two more people.
Do you have any scenes that didn't make it to the list?
Well,
that you were thinking about?
Yeah, I had the scene from Compliance. That was one of them. I think I would have picked the well, we couldn't have shown it, but the jumping jack scene, like towards the end, because then it's just starting. That's just really creepy. Because that's like one of the last things he tells her to do, or tells them to tell her to do.
Yeah.
Other than that, well, yeah, I mentioned kidnapping Barry in Close Encounters. That's another one I had. But then I don't really think I had any more, because I from the beginning I had the Gone Girl clip in my head. So no, I didn't really have any others. I know you had a couple more like honorable mentions.
Yeah, I have a few. I would say one of the first is the cake scene from Matilda.
Oh, when she eats she eats the cake.
No, the fat. Oh wait, is it a girl? The fat kid must eat the entire cake with the gym teacher.
Oh yeah. That wasn't what I was thinking about. I was mixing it up with another movie, but yeah.
Yeah. So that one, another one that I don't really remember. I remember it like it's uncomfortable, but I'm not sure. It's Jarhead, the nightmare scene.
Oh, when he starts puking sand.
Yeah.
It's
But it was a long time since I saw that movie. I saw it in the cinema. I haven't seen it since then.
Yeah, me too. It's from what I can remember, it's like weird, and it's a bit uncomfortable, but yeah. The ones you picked are definitely more uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then the third one that I actually came up with, like now during the episode.
I have one too. Okay.
Stand By Me, when they're talking about the pie eating contest.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of eating scenes, because.
Yeah.
I thought of one too when you mentioned Matilda. There is an old Swedish movie. It's like 20 years old now, called Glasblåsarens barn, the glassblowers' children.
Yeah.
There's a scene there when like the kid's caretaker, this also like a big fat lady, just like shoves like a mountain of food into her face, and she spills out and she's sweating, and it's all close-ups, and like they have to look at her while she eats. It's so fucking gross. And she also, I got it mixed up with that one when you mentioned Matilda, because she also finishes by eating an entire cake.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So that was, I just thought of that.
Yeah,
now.
but I mean, eating can be really framed as disgusting really easily.
Yeah.
But it's not as emotionally hard as the things that we shows.
No, it's more of a, it's more like physically repulsive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And emotional always win.
Yes. Yes, they do. Just if you want, and I just thought of it now. If you want to watch an uncomfortable movie, shouldn't show it because it's sex scenes again. But The Room. Just watch The Room. It's those sex scenes are some of the most uncomfortable sex scenes ever.
The bad movie, The Room. Talking
Yes,
about The Room.
The Room. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I've seen so many clips of it.
Oh, okay.
That I don't really remember if I actually seen the movie or not, but I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen so many reviews and so many clips from it that I might as well have.
Well, the first sex scene, which happens like 10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, when he tries to have sex with her belly button.
Yes, it's just
That one. Yeah, I've seen that scene though.
Okay.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, and just it's uncomfortable in the way that you kind of like you laugh at it, like because it's so long, and it's at first it's like, oh, it's all passion, but then it's just like dry humping, and it's just like, can we cut? But no, it goes on for like 10 minutes. It's like, get it over with. Yeah, that's a pretty uncomfortable one, but a very, very hilarious movie. So if you haven't seen The Room, you should check out The Room. Well, unless you've seen all the clips, then maybe it's not as effective.
You should also read the book.
Yes, I haven't done that because I like intentionally tried to not find out too much stuff about Why So, but now that I've seen The Room, I've seen Disaster Artist last year. I think I might actually read the book.
I would say it pays me to say, because I hate the sentiment, but in this case, you should not see the movie. You should only read the book.
Oh, okay.
Because the movie, it's showing that Tom Wiseau had to approve it. It's really it's really favorable to him if you compare with the book.
Okay.
So in the book he is really a monster. Okay. But in the movie it's like, yeah, he's just a goofy guy.
Yeah, well, so. Yeah, I think he comes off as a fucking asshole in the movie, so he must be a monster in the book.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of weird things in that one. Also the movie also, which is the best thing about the book is like one of the plots of the book, one of the biggest plots in the book is, where does he come from and who is he? Yeah, that's kind of the thing that I don't really want to find out. Yeah, I can tell you now, nobody knows. Still. Okay, that's good. There's a lot of theories that fit, but nobody actually knows. Also, nobody really know how old he is. No, yeah, I know. And things like that. So, and in the book, that's a big thing. That's what is it called? Mark. What is it called? Greg Sestero. Greg Sestero. Yeah. He tries to figure it out. And like, this is my best guess. This is the best thing I've come up with, but I'm not sure. And they just gloss that over in the movie, which is really disappointing. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, then I should read it. Yeah. But it's on Audible. Yeah. Oh, nice. And Greg Sestero reads it, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Well, then, I'll read the audiobook then. Yeah. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up there. This was a little shorter because we were supposed to be 2 more people. That would have been 6 more scenes. But I mean, we still did over 4 to 5 minutes. That's pretty good. Yeah. With commercials, that's an hour. We're rivaling with TV. That's perfect. Yeah. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Hopefully with a few more people, and we're gonna discuss. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But until then, have a good one. Bye.